at your service from the land of the chill. If I can't warm you, baby, nobody will. A genuine Canadian man.
Hi there, bonjour, dzień dobry, kamusta ka? This is Paul, your Canadian Flippin' Pole, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Today's video is a continuation of my second day in Tokyo, Japan. Earlier today, I was visiting the Tokyo Skytree Tower, and if you want to check that video out, go look for, in my channel, Adventure to the Skytree in Tokyo. But before you go see that, how about you follow along with the rest of today's adventure? So let's go. Tara na. Alright, so we're going to try to make one more stop today. And so we need to get some tickets again. Not the last time to get tickets today, but at least one more time we got to get tickets. So here's the machine right here. We're going to be going on to the subway, and it looks like it's going to be a whole lot easier. It's all computerized. So I'm going to see if I can buy a ticket. I got to put the camera down though, because again, I still haven't figured out how to do this with holding cameras and doing everything else. And we have now made it to our next destination. So we have come over to the Shibuya Scramble Crosswalk. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Shibuya Scramble Crosswalk, it's not your stereotypical crosswalk. This one is become a major tourist attraction. It's a massive crosswalk that I don't know how many people will cross it at once, but it can just be nuts of how busy it can get. So we're gonna head that way in a second here. We're just watching as all the people are coming out right now. If you look, there's just tons and tons of people moving about here in this whole area. They're just like we are. I think in rush hour right now for people heading home and after work. So definitely looks like there's a lot of people here. So it's going to make this quite hectic. I'm going to just find where for some reason I lost everybody with me, but we'll find them pretty quick here soon enough. All right, well, we're going to try crossing the intersection here. We're going to go do a diagonal, I think, between here and the Starbucks, and so we're going to, as I said, everybody's out with their cameras, checking out all kinds of stuff, the videos, like, and I know I heard at one point someone describing that the Shibuya crossing can almost be considered like the Tokyo's Times Square, and it is definitely a very bright one here. So here we go. We're going to cross right now, and here we cross, and as you can see, and we're back on the other side. But as you can see, there was definitely quite a few people crossing the crosswalk, and looks like all four of us made it across, which is a good thing. So I think we're going to go inside right now briefly. Even though we haven't been outside for long, it is a bit cool out, so we're going to go inside here, walk down this one area, down this way here. So amazingly, it lightened up just a little bit, but what we're going to do, we're going to continue walking over, and there's a bunch of shops here, and so we're going to keep walking. There's a bunch of... So after looking and waiting a little bit, I caught up with everybody again, but then I decided to just start walking and taking everything in. One of the biggest things that I noticed was the amount of people out and about in this area. Sure, there were people coming and going to destinations, but there were lots and lots of people just milling about and doing the same thing I'm doing, exploring this area. Another thing that I observed too is the various types of businesses in this part of Tokyo. One thing for sure, there are plenty of restaurants of all sorts, from sit-down restaurants to fast food joints. I discovered though that regardless of the style of restaurant, everyone would basically stop and eat at the food place, or potentially they would just head home and eat there. Here in Japan, the cultural norm is that if you buy food to eat, then you should actually avoid eating and walking at the same time. Back home in Canada and North America, we're so used to being on the go and eating while walking or driving. Well, here in Japan, it is considered rude and disrespectful to walk and eat at the same time. Now, there's a couple little exceptions if you're at a festival or something like that, but for the most part, is you want to stop and eat. For one thing, you're not showing respect for the food you're eating, but also too, of course, if you're walking around, there's a higher chance of making a bit of a mess with spilled drinks or food, which of course will lead to creating an unsanitary environment with food on the ground or wrappers or anything like that. Honestly, I like that idea. How often have I had to walk through food or drinks that have fallen on the ground back home? So, if you're out and about here in Japan, if you buy food, I recommend finding a place to sit so you can enjoy the food and as well keep the area clean. Oh, by the way, everywhere I've walked so far here in Tokyo, it is extremely clean. Streets are clean. I haven't seen any litter anywhere. So, as I said, I further recommend don't be that kind of tourist who will leave behind a mess. So anyways, as I was saying, I noticed that this area has a wide variety of businesses here. In addition to all the restaurants and wonderful food here, there are plenty of retail shops, from little mom and pop shops to big multinational companies. Without a doubt, this is a great area to come to in daytime and definitely in the evening. My only real regret is when I came to the area, I was very underdressed walking around. This Canadian was feeling pretty cold walking from place to place in the Shibuya area. I think that next time I come to Japan, it won't just be for a short 3-day adventure coming from the Philippines, but I may have to come here on a separate trip. But I would love to come back to places like Shibuya and Akihabara and so many other places in Tokyo and throughout Japan. So after wandering around, I decided I wanted to go see the crossing, the Shibuya crossing from up higher. So we went into this one building right over here, and as you can see, we went upstairs, but I found a lot more than I was expecting. First floor there was a Starbucks, but then there was also a floor that had just mangas in the whole floor that you could buy. Then I get up to this level, and it's Pokemon card lounge. I was like, what? And looked in here, and then there's of course all this stuff that's for sale for Pokemon product and gaming product and card gaming. But and then also, like here, we have kind of apparel, and this is more of the TCG apparel, where it's not about the anime of Pokemon, but it's of the card game. And then there's these really cool giant versions of some of the cards, some cool cards. I'll admit, I'm not much of a Pokemon player, but I know a lot of people that are. And then there's the lounge itself. Now this is pretty cool. Looking inside, you can see all these tables here with the chairs, and high back chairs, so you can don't have anybody cheating and trying to do whatever. And then we went up another level, and next thing I find up here is we're now way more anime stuff. All kinds of variety of things, from all these knickknacks and some apparel and just of these different animes I'm not familiar with, because there's so much out there. And then there's videos playing and all this product, and then I come across a really cool, there's these statues, the figures that I love. I love the anime figures. When I saw this, I wish I could have just said, yes, I'll grab one of each and just I'll bring it all home. Because you look at these are so cool. The dynamics of the artwork is just amazing. I just found it so cool looking at those there. And then they had these ones that were specially put on display that they're these cabinets, but it's just gorgeous. Like, oh, there's All Might, my favorite. They're All Might, and then they're just you look at the artwork of these, just the dynamic movement in the pieces. And as I said, all this stuff there with these little figures and big figures and music and plush toys and I forget these are like just all these different things, and there's Valentine letter and this whole section that's just dedicated to this license. And finally, I got to see the Shibuya crossing from above. I had to wait a little bit, and then finally, as I was waiting, and there was actually a bunch of people sort of up here waiting to watch as well. There's an elderly Japanese gentleman. When he was he moved out of the way, and he was like very gracious. He let me see closer there, and thankfully I was able to give him a little maple leaf lapel pin. But yeah, so here's the crossing, and just seeing it from above, and it was a little bit quieter from when we're looking at it now. But as you can see, there's just a massive crossing, and the light changes, and everybody just starts crossing. Well, anyways, though, after that, we were able to make our way back down the stairs, and then we were going to head out. So let's just finish seeing the crossing before we get going. Well, so it's been another day, and it's been a long day. Lots of walking again. I think the only thing this time is I feel that my back is a little bit sore. Maybe it's the cold weather. But we're going to do one last time crossing the Shibuya Scramble Crosswalk. And as I said here, we're just going to try to stay on course to... As I said, we're right in the middle here. And there's people with cameras everywhere trying to take videos as they're crossing. I guess I'm trying to do that too. But again, we've made it across. That's the second time, so that's good luck. That way I didn't get run over. And here's Mom and Zaylee and Sabrina also making it across. And now, so I think that's going to be about it for this evening. It's been a great day today. Again, been running around trying to check out all the different things, and and again. Had a very interesting time here on day 2 here in the Tokyo region. So I think we're going to actually call it an evening. So I hope that everyone has enjoyed the video today. I really enjoyed coming and checking out all of the different places here in Tokyo. If you enjoyed what you saw there, please feel free to click like on the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It'd be very appreciated if you subscribe to the channel. Really help my channel a lot. With that said, I hope everyone had a good time watching the video. I know I had a great time checking out all the stuff and here in Tokyo. So I'm gonna call it a day. So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Dziękuję bardzo. Maraming salamat. Salamat kaayo. And arigato.